Did you see what just happened backstage? The most infuriating moment in WWE RAW history just went down, and I'm absolutely furious. Two brothers, one title opportunity, and a conversation that will blow your mind. This is the moment that changes everything for the Judgment Day, and frankly, the entire landscape of Monday Night Raw is about to explode. Listen, I need to know right now in the comments, who did you think was more emotionally shattered after this went down? Jimmy or G? Because what I just witnessed backstage was something that should have never happened between these two legends. The tension, the raw emotion, the disappointment, it's all boiling to a breaking point. Before we dive into this absolute chaos, I want to ask you viewers something that's been eating at me. Do you think Jimmy's words were genuinely uplifting, or was there a hint of jealousy hiding beneath that motivational speech? Comment your honest take, because this matters for what happens next. Here's what went down, and trust me, this is bigger than you think. GUSO was in the back, mentally preparing himself for the biggest opportunity of his WWE career. A championship opportunity doesn't come around every day. This is legacy territory. This is the moment that separates the good from the great. But before he could even get his head straight, Jimmy showed up. Jimmy USO, his own flesh and blood, had something to say. Now, I've watched this backstage footage approximately 17 times, and every single time I watch it, I get more frustrated because of what it represents. These two brothers have been through everything together. They've dominated tag team wrestling. They've held championships. They've made history. But here's where it gets complicated when one brother starts climbing the singles ladder. Where does the other one stand? Does he support? Does he resent? Does he secretly hope the other one fails so he can take the spotlight instead? That's the real story nobody's talking about. When Jimmy appeared in that backstage segment, you could see it in G's eyes, uncertainty. Not about his ability to win the championship, but about the dynamics of their relationship. Can they both be champions? Can they both be main eventers? Or is there only room for one USO at the very top of WWE? Let me ask you this right now in the comments, and I'm being dead serious. If your brother was about to chase your spot, your opportunity, how would you really feel? Not what you'd say on camera, but how would you actually feel? Comment that down below, because I think most of you are lying to yourself about what you do. The conversation Jimmy had with G wasn't just about motivation. It was about control. It was about establishing who the alpha is, who the leader is, and who will ultimately wear the crown. Jimmy came into that conversation with purpose. He wasn't there to give some generic pep talk. He was there to plant seeds. Seeds of doubt. Seeds of confidence. Seeds of manipulation. That's what we need to figure out. Here's what makes this moment so absolutely infuriating. The wrestling world has been waiting for this exact scenario. We've been dying to see tension between two of the most dominant force in recent WWE history. The Judgment Day has been unbeatable because they've had unity, brotherhood, and an unstoppable force. But you add a title opportunity into the mix, you add the possibility of individual glory, and suddenly everything changes. Jimmy's words were carefully chosen. Every single sentence was calculated. He talked about G's journey, his hard work, his dedication, but there was something else lurking beneath the surface. There was a reminder that he, Jimmy, has accomplished so much more. He has worn more gold. He has had more opportunities. He knows what it takes to win at this level. But here's the thing that absolutely makes my blood boil. G deserves this. G has earned this moment. And the fact that he might be second-guessing himself because his own brother is putting doubt in his head, that's unforgivable. Let me pose this to you right now. Do you think the locker room is watching this tension with glee? Do you think other superstars are hoping the Usos fall apart so they can take advantage? Comment your thoughts, because I genuinely want to know if you think this is a vulnerability the rest of WWE will exploit. The timing of Jimmy's appearance is what really gets me. G was in his zone. He was mentally locked in. He was ready to walk into that championship match with the confidence of a warrior. And then Jimmy shows up and disrupts that entire mentality. Whether intentional or not, that's what happened. I've been watching WWE for years, and I've seen this play out before with other sibling duos. Sometimes the motivation helps. Sometimes it destroys the focus. Sometimes the words meant to lift someone up actually tear them down from the inside out. The facial expressions told the real story. G was listening intently. There was a moment where you could see him processing every single word. Was he absorbing the confidence? Or was he absorbing the doubt? This is where true character work comes into play. Here's what I think is going to happen next, and I want you to comment if you agree or disagree. G is either going to come out absolutely unstoppable with newfound motivation, or he's going to second-guess every single move in that championship match. There's no in between. This conversation has set the stage for either the most dominant performance of G's career or the most frustrating loss of his life. The thing about fraternal motivation is that it can cut both ways. Jimmy could genuinely believe every single word he said. He could want nothing more than to see his brother win. But the professional wrestling game is cutthroat. It's vicious. It's personal, and when your brother is climbing the ladder, sometimes that brings out instincts we didn't even know we had. What really bothers me is the power dynamic this creates. Jimmy just reminded G that he has seniority. He has more experience. He has more accomplishments. Is that motivation or is that a flex? Is that a big brother looking out, or is that a veteran asserting dominance? The wrestling world needs answers. I'm going to ask you something that might make you uncomfortable. Do you trust Jimmy's intentions? Comment honestly, because I'm sitting here and I'm genuinely torn. Part of me thinks this is beautiful brotherly support, and part of me thinks this is psychological warfare disguised as motivation. The championship opportunity that G is about to pursue is monumental. This could change his entire legacy. This could elevate him to the status of main event superstar permanently. But now he's going into this moment with his brother's words ringing in his ears. What did those words accomplish? Did they build him up or knock him down? Let me break down what we know for absolute certain. GUSO is incredibly talented. GUSO is supremely confident. GUSO has paid his dues. He's earned respect in every locker room he stepped foot in, and he's ready for this championship opportunity. But now there's this layer of psychological complexity added to the equation. The backstage footage has been analyzed by fans across the entire internet, and people are divided. Some think Jimmy was being the ultimate supportive brother, and some think Jimmy was essentially saying, "I've been here before, and I'm not sure you can do it." The ambiguity is what makes this so brilliant from a storytelling perspective. Here's a question for you: have you ever been in a situation where someone close to you said something that was technically supportive, but it left you feeling worse than before? Comment about it, because I think a lot of you have been through this, and this is why this moment resonates so deeply. The WWE Universe is waiting. The fans want to see if G can channel this conversation into pure dominant energy, or if it's going to weigh on him like a 1,000-pound chain. The wrestling world is watching. The locker room is watching. And most importantly, we are watching. This is the moment that determines whether the Usos remain on top together, or whether the foundation cracks and they go their separate ways. This is the moment that could lead to the most epic championship victory, or the most heartbreaking loss. I need you to think about this. What would you do if you were in G's position? Would you let your brother's words empower you, or would you let them sabotage you? Comment that down below. The tension between these two brothers is real. The stakes are higher than ever before, and the WWE Universe is on the edge of their seats waiting to see what happens next. So here's what I need from you right now. Drop a comment telling me if you think G's going to win that championship or not. Tell me if you think Jimmy's words helped or hurt. Tell me if you think the Usos stay unified or if this is the beginning of the end. And most importantly, share this video, because everyone in the WWE Universe needs to see this analysis. Everyone needs to understand the psychology of what just happened backstage. This is the moment that matters. The Ring Rumble channel is dedicated to breaking down these exact moments, the moments that changed WWE forever. And this conversation between Jimmy and G is absolutely one of those moments. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a single second of coverage on what happens next. Because trust me, this story is far from over. This is just the beginning. The championship match is coming, and everything we just discussed is going to play out in that ring. What's your prediction? Will the Usos remain on top together, or is this the crack that breaks their empire? Comment now, and let's start this.